Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀, àmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live. Share the broadcast.
I may be running, I don't know where to. But me, I'm going to the villa. Inshallah. I want to seek your cooperation. I say I'm running. I don't have legs without you being there. You are my leg, you are my wings, you are my wing. So get me there. And I promise you, I will not let you down. We are in that season again now to elect people. I say, please elect me. I am the best of all of them. In terms of experience, private sector experience, I have. Governance experience, you can see Lagos. We join hands together.
This is how we cross the road. This is how we cross the road, yeah. See, what is the federal government doing over this? Over this is how we cross the road. Imagine where you have a lot of people living in this area. Imagine. God will save us from this. The road been under construction for over 4 good years. 4 good years.
Thank you very much for joining me.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube, bàbá gbé wúrẹ́, ijó ìgbádìyẹ,
Thank you very much. And as you are joining the broadcast, you can share the broadcast as well before you fully settle down. So we're going to start with this. The rider of this broadcast tonight is the shocking news that Tinubu and his lawyers in Lagos, they have decided to go to court to stop any kind of obedient rally in Lagos. And it's not a joke, okay? It's just shocking. Somehow, they choose not to use their usual thugs, okay, to unleash mayhem. Now, if the court is unable to stop the rally, then they will rather just go berserk in Lagos. So there's something I want you to I want us to start with tonight, okay? So from the report we received, from the onset anyway, it seems that what we have predicted, they are happening even before we expected, okay? Things are getting out of hand so fast. And I've told people on this platform many times, said, on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, we have chosen never to invest our emotion, our time, our resources in hoping that any of these characters could indeed bring about a just, united, equal, people in the same country. They couldn't bring that about because we all know that as much as they can tell you anything, they will say anything, just anything and everything to get into your mind, right? We know that they are at the same time avoiding the basic conversation, which has led to this widespread division, hatred, and so many other things that you have possibly been noticing if you have been following Nigerians' political development. They have turned it into religious, tribal, ethnic, what else? Class, political, and different kind of divisive politics that you can think of. They are already at play. We thought they were going to wait until their campaign starts. That doesn't seem so. However, they are on the lighter side of it. Usually, the situation in Nigeria is always completely hopeless. How? No matter how much you try to break into that system and then make a difference in any way, you always meet that establishment, the deep state. Now, the deep state, they cut across almost every part of Nigeria that you couldn't really escape them, right? It became so worse that after creating two giant, criminal group called political parties, the other mushroom ones have been, in a way, infiltrated by this set of people. So you have no way around it. They are there. Then this, as much as it didn't work for anybody, even till now, people are now asking that if they want to continue to be part of this whole thing, right, then there must be what they called national conversation, where everybody should be asked, do you really want to be part of this Nigeria? Under what arrangement? Now, this solution, this particular move that is prompted by the misrule, misgovernance, corruption, and the killings in Nigeria, state-sponsored killings, right? For those who have somehow that we have pushed to that side, we have been ignored, right? So normally, no matter how much you go around it, you are going to end up in their dragnets. Yeah, they build hope all the time, whether they come as a military or they come as a civilian, under whatever guise they show up, right? They are always building hope, telling you it's going to get better. You know what? This is a new era. this is a new one. Or in fact, this is a new dispensation. And at the end of the day, what we get is the same of the same until people started demanding that we want out of this contraption. That, in fact, also somehow inspired the first of its kind youth-style revolution that didn't fly long, that they thought they have killed. Now, the anger, the disparage, the bottled frustration of everyone from every part of Nigeria were let out when NSAS happened. But what people didn't get at the time was that for those who were the observers, who were paying attention to the development and what led to it, and the players between, okay, we realized that it was indeed the first time in a long time that the establishment, whether PDP or APC and the affiliate, for the first time, they were shaken to their core. How? First, they were united because they felt like, I mean, this whole thing is getting too long now. It's getting too, you know what I mean? Like, what else do they want? When the protest was like getting on and on and on, then the interest started showing up. The first set of people who showed interest in trying to suppress the rage of the people in 2020, they were the elites of Nigeria. What did they do? They started hunting for those they thought were the arrowhead of the NSAS protest in 2020, right? And they called them into a Zoom meeting, a very large one. Guess those who were there? The richest man in Africa, the quota system billionaire, Dangote, he was in the meeting. That was to tell you that for the first time, everyone, including the political, the elite, when you say the establishment, is beyond the politicians alone. It includes every one of their proxies, including those who are putting face of private business owners out there, right? They were shaking. That was the first move. They couldn't suppress the anger. They couldn't control it. They couldn't manage it. The next part, they started agreeing to the demands of the young people, the youth, demanding for an end to the police brutality, corruption, and on like that, yeah? They started like promising that they were going to agree to the demands. The young people should stop. When that didn't work, that was when the political power play came in. Because you know the person who stood, or let me say, at the time, who stood to lose his relevance in the scheme of things if all permutation were perfect without NSAS, the person was Tinubu. Now, from that time, from the 18th of October 2020 to the 20th of October 2020, the day of the massacre, the news out there was that it was Tinubu that was sponsoring NSAS. I won't forget because I covered that exclusively. Yeah. In Abuja, they believe that Tinubu must have been the one backing them. For whatever reason, if he's not, yeah, he should, dismantle them. And Tinubu is not, as people will say, Tinubu is the government, Tinubu is the one that controls the... No. That's where many of you were getting it wrong at the time. He didn't have to control, but he had a lot to lose. And the news in the villa, if you were, I don't know how many of you whose Stockholm syndrome is not that bad, that can still remember things. I do remember things very well. At the time, the news then was that, look at them. They are entertaining them in Lagos. Look at how comfortable they are. Look at them at the toll gate. They are already doing concert there. Is it not Tinubu that controls the toll gate? Why did they allow? So the rumor within that 48 hours led to the rapid action that or pressure on Sanwo-Iku. Sanwo-Iku, who knew then that his own godfather, who was preparing to take over from Bokwari, despite all of the destructions that has been witnessed, right? They were positioned, they were supporting them. This protest is going to destroy things. What did they do? They moved to action straight away. Sanwo-Iku first announced curfew. Listen to this. Sanwo-Iku first announced curfew for 4 p.m. in Lagos. where people who left work at 4 p.m. won't get to their houses until maybe 11 p.m., 12 a.m. in the morning. So we under that pressure to impress Bokwari that they were not involved. They said they should declare curfew. And at that time, Sanwo-Iku, who happened to be the governor of Lagos, was the only person authorized or in position to request for military or police backup, and it will be it will be listened to sharp, especially in terms of what they declared as emergency. At the time, if you remember, even Tinubu was already receiving calls from the young people asking him, "What is your problem, Baba? Why do you want us all dead? Are you not tired? I mean, have you not had enough of all the money you have stolen and all of that?" And you remember all that time, yeah? Now, bring it forward. The pressure on the Sanwo-Iku led to the immediate massacre of over 100 people. And even before then, if you remember, we saw how they used their BRT to mobilize their thugs to different locations where the protests were taking place. We also saw how their policemen were mobilized to shoot and kill, even on the streets where there were no protests at all. Yeah, all this coordinated action, because if they allow the narrative in Lagos to be dictated by another people, then it is either Tinubu is dead or in prison. Even if he's in prison, he will still want to control the narrative, control everything in there, and any single threat to whatever they have or probably stand to gain, they won't mind going bloody. Now, that is why I'm so surprised that in the last few days, I have been reading it on social media where the obedient have been saying, "We are going to take over Lagos." Remember that their politics have already been ethnicized already. You have Obi, an Igbo man. You have Tinubu, the Yoruba man. You have Atiku, Fulani man from northern Nigeria. And thanks to Bokwari, who has made sure that the supposed divisive lines in Nigeria, or let me say the divide in Nigeria, their politicians have managed to use their coloration to package for decades. Bokwari came and he quickly put everybody in their place. If you are a Fulani man, you know your place. If you are a Hausa man, you know your place. If you are an Ijaw man, please just know your place. If you therefore don't want to stay where they want to put you, then they declare you as a rebel against their plan. So this didn't unite anyone. It didn't discipline anyone. It further divided everyone. So now their politics has now been tailored along that line. Don't let anybody lie to you. No matter how many of you who are obedient in Yoruba land, no matter how many of you who are obedient in northern Nigeria, in the camp of Atiku, in the camp of Tinubu, Obi and his followers, they are Igbos. You know that the narrative is what they are pushing. Now, for you to now go online and say, I'll give you this instance. In just last year, the people of Yoruba land who are propagating and then advocating for the Yoruba sovereign state, where an independent Yoruba nation for all Yorubas and then its inhabitants as well, right? The first hostility they received, the one that brought an abrupt end to the rising wave of nationalists in Yoruba land at the time, was the moment they booked a rally in Lagos. I am still here and I still remember very, very well. Many of those who are watching me right now, Lagos Abobaku, Oshogbo Alimajiri, Crumb Chaser, Crumb Eater, Aslikao, or maybe Oraisao, even your uncles and aunties, the Mumumadus Bele lecturers and the Mumu lecturers of this world, you are going to agree with me here. at some point, okay? The movement for the Yoruba sovereign state, the advocacy, was receiving massive, warm welcome. Why? It's not because those who wanted Yoruba nation, who accepted, who were ready to embrace it at the time, not because they didn't know what is going on in Nigeria. They knew. And they remembered very well that when the Fulani terrorists were killing us, kidnapping us, destroying our farms, and on like that, Tinubu and gang, being the member of the Egbekegbe that is supervising that, they decided to call them liars. They told them to keep quiet. They should watch what they say. Because whatever you say at the time would offend the person that they hope will hand over Nigeria to them in the future. So they kept quiet. This campaign was going on massively. And guess what? On this social media, the Tinubu Lagos Abobakus, they were running mad. They were running crazy. They were running different propaganda. They were even like asking, what is Buhari doing? Why haven't they really arrested this guy? So if I see any Igbo man or woman who says anything negative towards somebody like me as a Yoruba man, because I support the independence Yoruba nation, right? They don't really kind of, worry me. You know why? The worst and the worst sort of hostilities that I have seen and I have witnessed, the worst of the worst of the worst wish from any human being that I've seen have all come from the Yorubas against Yorubas. If you have forgotten, I will remind you, okay? Because if you see many of them running mad now, calling people bastard, this and that because of Tinubu, they were the same people who called on Boko Haram to do something to Igbo. Hey, they are looking at this guy. So this Igbo is going to turn to Nnamdi Kanu. So if we want to get Yoruba nation, is it this Igbo that is going to tell us going to be the, that stuff? The entire toxicity, the entire army of APC, Egbekegbe, in Yoruba land was unleashed on their fellow Yorubas for a day that Tinubu is going to come and say, Emi Lokon. Now, people were receiving that warmly. Then, they did it in Ibadan. They did it in Oshogbo. They did it in Akure. They did it the same thing in Ado Ekiti. Then they said, we are coming to Lagos. That was when they signed because one thing again, around that time when Igbo was moving and moving, you know what they were saying? They said the Yoruba nation is being funded by Tinubu. Do you get that now? They said Yoruba, in fact, it was easier in the mouth of all these Abobakus, these unboot slaves, obedient fools, sophisticated morons. They were so cocksure. They said, Igbo is working for Tinubu. All of you are just mugus. There's nothing like if you want to get Yoruba nation, Igbo can't get Yoruba nation for us. We are not there. It's not time for that for now. They were waiting for Tinubu. They were calling on Boko Haram. When we now picked Lagos, July 3rd, Lagos rally, they called it mega rally. They saw Oshogbo, they saw Akure, they saw Ado Ekiti, they saw Abeokuta, they saw the one in Ibadan. If this guy should come to Lagos and nothing happened, definitely Igbo and Yoruba nation, they are being sponsored by Tinubu. That's for those who have put him on that broken bottle. That's Tinubu, the devil he dined with in 2015. Boko Haram and gang. They don't trust him. They never trusted him. And they still don't trust him. He just had to do everything to prove to them that he can be trusted. So what happened? Well, they gave the green light. That boy is not listening. Nobody said they were not calling him. Oh, they were calling him. They were trying to meet him. Even Femi Foni Kayode, for food Kayode, decided to be friend of Igboho at the time, if you remember. Because they were like, what this guy is doing. If is either we key into it so that we can be relevant in it if it works, or it is better we quickly stop it before they push us out of relevance. Because people, you see, it is so easy to sell Biafra, so easy to sell Yoruba nation to people who still have their brains working. And I don't think there's anyone that doesn't have his own brain working. We just know that some of the brains have been fingered by these people who trapped you in that generational poverty. But still, with the right information, with the right help, there's possibility that you can still use that brain right. So it is better they don't let it flourish. So what did they do? The people who showed, before Igboho could even enter his car to Lagos, you know what happened? Those who defied them and showed up in Lagos, you know what happened? More than 80 of them were summarily assaulted, arrested, including aged men and women. Yoruba in Yoruba land. Guess who were laughing? And those who were now like, yeah. They were these same street urchins, cretins, Facebook bandits, social media adsmen, this suffering and smiling Lagos Abobakus. Yes. Maiyegun, if them born you well, come back home, we'll deal with you. Because that's it. They will deal with people who will be an hindrance, even if not little, to whatever their Tinubu hold on Lagos. So it's like that Lagos, once it is broken, it is not just that the people therein are going to feel a lot of relief. Although that relief no be say that much relief, because it's just going to be like from one thief to another. But nevertheless, it's going to be a relief because the centralized one will no longer be there. But that's not it. If Lagos is broken, the chain of poverty, illusion, delusion, lies that they have managed to implant in so many young and old in Yoruba land, they will be broken too. So when they said that they want to do 1 million man march for Obi, you have been seeing everything everywhere, everybody. But as I'm talking to you right now, let me be honest with you, okay? Apart from Atifku, the what do you call it? The person that the Tinubu and gang are now seeing as their bigger threat is Obi, even though they will tell you it's inconsequential. But like I said from the beginning, back in the days, we will, even after we have done everything to try and then force the system to do what is right at the right time, and they have done everything within their power to infiltrate every camp, every group that could pose any kind of a threat to them. In this case, now the people they thought they crushed, they conquered, and they have managed in 2020, they have now metamorphosed into disobedient. Don't ever forget that. Therefore, to the Tinubu and Co, with the experience of 2020, now this is a bigger threat. The reason why they decided to go to court. Now, they can't call in the soldiers to shoot and kill people who are doing political rallies, okay? Because as it is now, it is Yoruba, Fulani, and Igbo fighting, according to them, the dictator narrative now, fighting for the soul of Nigeria. And as it is all good and fair in war. including if they have to ban you from coming to certain region to campaign. Now, this is the genesis, by the way. In Tinubu and Gang's book, they can do without Eastern Nigeria. Yes, that is how it's planned. Okay. However, they can be so hostile in Lagos in a different way, but they can show you a bit of what to expect for those of you who believe that your PVC is going to deal with the career criminals like they did in Kenya. Again, let's take it a little bit back. The obedient decided that they were going to be doing, everywhere you turn, they will say 1 million man march. If you go here, they say 2 million. Even though we know that no matter what, most of the numbers are not even up to 5,000 or what have you. Seriously. I know you won't like me for saying that, but I don't care, okay? But nevertheless, they have been organizing massive rallies here and there to show that, yeah, we are ready. And in Tinubu's camp, Atifku's camp, the traditional 2 giant fraud, it is just social media thing. Don't take them serious. They're just social media. The same way they never believed that NSAS could happen and could shake them until it started happening, to the point that they ended up banning Twitter and was ready to even shut down internet in Nigeria, or social media in Nigeria. That was how shaken and threatened they are. So Obedient said they are going to, they want to prove to them that there are more than 4 people in a room. They are more than just social media, fake and all of that. So people are keeping the records. Really? What's going on there? This is that, this is blood, and you know what I mean? Then they announced that they want to do mother of all rallies in Lagos to show that Tinubu days are numbered. Do you know what the message that came out after that? The Igbos are threatening to come and do rally in Lagos. The Igbos are threatening that they will take over Lagos, the Yoruba land. The Igbos are threatening that Lagos is no man's land. The Igbos are threatening that once they come to power, they will, you know, all that stuff started coming out. So, like I told you, Obi, even if you are a Yoruba man, a Hausa man, or Fula, wherever you come from, and you call yourself obedient, in the drive and narrative out there with the tribalistic, divisive, fanatic APC, Egbekegbe, to make this drive well, it's going to be driven on the same hate. So Obi is an Igbo, which is right. And Obi is representing Biafra. And once you vote for a Biafran, they are going to take over Lagos. You see how daft that statement is, eh? You know how daft it is? Now they are driving with it, because it is not just saying it. It is indeed gaslighting and inciting the people to begin to say, did you not hear when they said that Igbos are, have you not seen what the Igbos are saying? It is not what the Igbos are saying. It is what the Tinubu and camp are telling them that the Igbos are saying. Therefore, as it is, it can lead to chaos. Now, you probably don't know why they went to court. They went to court because they want to make it look like the Igbo people, okay, put it this way, the obedient are Igbos who are ungrateful to how Tinubu made their lives better in Lagos. Because they are ungrateful, they are coming to come and shame Tinubu in Lagos. How dare them? You know, normally it's supposed to be politics, so I decided to start this conversation from antecedent. They call it antecedent or precedent. So that when you see this, it doesn't have to really shock you. And in fact, It doesn't have to be so hard for you. It shouldn't be hard for you, okay, to understand where this is headed. Yeah, that's why I said that we are not investing our own, what do you call it, emotion and all that, in hoping that any of these people are indeed going to bring about something we have never seen before. So the purpose is, well, we did our best to try to let you know that Lagos is Yoruba land. Let us show some respect here. Obi, that want to be, and the person who is the landlord of Lagos wants to be president of Nigeria, to be the overall landlord of everywhere. Hausa, Fulani, Igbo, Ijo, Northerners, Southerners, Middle Belters, Easterners, and all that stuff, right? He wants to be their president. Therefore, if you are not for, Atiku is welcome. Atiku was in Lagos, right? He's welcome because those are the conventional, like, they know themselves. But if they allow any kind of rally for Obi in Lagos, it may quickly expose why they would never, ever allow anything called free, fair, or progressive democracy in any part of Lagos. So that will expose it. You see them? They are watching me right now. If they burn their papa, may them come to Lagos. Is that not a daft thing to say? All of una say una be one Nigeria. Abi una no be one Nigeria. Why don't you go to Anambra to go and rally? One Nigeria. Is that not a lie you are telling yourselves? When Tinubu become president of Nigeria, like Bokuwari is going to be president of Lagos, Abi? I mean, it won't be new because everybody's already saying that they will deal with them. We'll deal with them. We'll deal with all of you after the election. All of you, Igbos. Everything, you're going to leave this Yoruba land, wait after the, all this kind of statements are already out there. And it's going to get worse. So, and then it's going to get physical. In Lagos, the obedient now said they are now moving to not just 1 million man march. They are going to do 4 million man march. They are going to do one to Lekki Toll Gate. They are going to do one in Ikeja. They are going to do another one. They shall share so that if they won't bring soldier or anything, they will need to dispatch them into 4 different places. Guess what? All the places are controlled by Tinubu and his own thugs too. I mean, I was actually looking up something earlier. I'm not surprised though. It's just that somehow I've like, man, I don't know if many of you actually still know that when you are talking about Agbero in Lagos, do you know that there are Aboki Agbero, there are Igbo Agbero, there are Agbero from who are not Lagosians, who are there, and they are already, they made name, they are making their money there, and they are all calling them Oluomo, their Oga. Do you know that? In Lagos, and they are all loyal to Tinubu. So the soldier, they will move or mobilize because God no go shame us. Now I'll tell you this, normal, it shouldn't be anything if the picture they are painting out there is that Nigeria is a united country, blah blah blah. No, Nigeria is not a united country. Stop lying to yourselves. Stop lying to your children. Okay, Nigeria is not a united one. You, Lagos Abobaku watching me right now, you are a good example of why Nigeria is a fraud. Do you know that? If you are a very, very, loyal Lagos Abobaku, Shugbo, Alimajiri, and whatever you are, you are a very, very good textbook definition of fake Nigeria. Because your every act, your utterances, your countenances, and every other thing is enough for everybody who is doing a research on a fraudulent, disjointed Nigeria. They will do a lot on you. They should just gather many of you, like 3-4 of you, put you in a room and start asking you questions about everywhere in Nigeria. They will see exactly what they are looking for. I have done it before. and I'm still doing it now. You are that example. You are also the example of a most self-hating crop of species I've seen as well. Self-hating. I'll come back to that one. Now, it is a threat. It shouldn't be. To make the matter worse, To make the matter worse, the people who said Bokwari was going to win in 2015, who said Bokwari was going to win in 2019, the same people now came out. They can't say, Oma, we don't do polo. If they do poll today, in that disjointed, disunited Nigeria, as it be today, not me, they say if they do it today, Obi will beat Tifnumbu, it will beat Atifku, it will beat Showore, it will beat Kwakwanso, it will beat every one of them mercilessly. I don't know, say, I did know that that's going to be a big problem on social media. Omo, while I don't bank. Then I was just strolling about. Then the next thing I saw was that there's already a court case that they will not allow that. So what that simply means is this. Okay, what this simply means is that in Eastern Nigeria, some people are also going to say Tifnubu must not come there to come and campaign. Some people are also going to say, oh, you should, Obi, you cannot come here. And gradually, even you, who is a Yoruba man, and you are building your hope on Obi to help you rest and retire these career rogues. You are building that hope up. It will get to a stage, it will become so draining. It will become so tiring to keep fit, because what you will be seeing out there will be the worst and the worst set of a toxicity, from your own people, Yorubas, from other people who are fellow Nigerians, and the entire thing is going to be shaped along that ethnic, tribal, religious line. And I'm saying this not because many of you are not already trying to, to water down or to destroy many of those propagandas they have thrown at you. Now, here is what I want to say quickly. We know that the professionals, when it comes to propaganda, I'm talking about real grassroots propaganda, something that you would be so ashamed of, that people could believe them. If you are looking for the champion, the professional, the career propagandist, you will see Tifnumbu and their camp. I'm not joking with you. They brought Goodluck Egbere Jolantan's government to his knee before they smash it, in his head. Some of you would not probably understand that the level of a propaganda machine that APC have, is so massive that the only thing that is likely going to possibly make them lose that influence is a bigger revolution that they are unable to control, or they have lost control of. Something that I am partially, I am slightly seeing in you, the obedient. You are angry, you are frustrated, you are raging, you want something different, even though you know that you are only gambling in a system that is rigged against you. Nevertheless, you keep making it look like whatever it's going to take. So for somebody like myself, an observer, I know the only thing that will make them lose this is when they unleash that propaganda machine. They exhaust all of you, because they are going to exhaust you. They are going to drain you. You are going to wake up every morning, right? As somebody that says, I'm obedient, and you're going to be waking up every morning, they're warding off this lie against that other lie, and they will be so draining, that if last, you see a glimpse of a chance of what happened in Kenya, if they ever conduct an election, and you can't see, or put it this way, after all that effort, you now realize that they have seen that they are going to lose it all, and they started playing their usual expected hanky-panky, where possibly there will be no election. You will know that after they have thrown everything at you, and you are still standing, and you are still, sort of, widening and all of that, and you realize that they want to play you. That may trigger the anger in you that you have managed to put the cover back on after October 2020. Every time you mention NSAS, every time you mention October 2020, you are indeed touching the real wound that is still very much unhealed in the heart of your oppressors across board. So if you now push and push and push and push and push and push, they can't start the game. At the end of the day, the lead may be off. I can see that. And when it is off this time around, this one won't be a protest against government anymore. It is going to be the revolution against the establishment. Something some of you possibly are going to be pushed to that reality soon as well, because it is them. Or you now push. After all of the lies, the division, the toxicity, everything that, man, this country is going to explode with this wallow, you can't realize that your OB is tilting towards defeating them, like what happened in Kenya. And now they unleash the Lagos Abobakus on social media, off social media, everywhere, causing chaos, riots. Would you let them take it from you? Of course you won't, Abby. Then they would what? They will force you to open your own bottled frustration. So me as an observer, here, I just know that last, it is going to be a win-win for those who have managed at least to garner the enough strength and the mobilization against this ruinous system, against this criminal establishment, and for even making it a nightmare for them. Usually it would have been PDP, APCRB, because according to them, they have already kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. They have already exiled Igboho, and they have put eye on everyone that they believe that could make any other trouble. And they are kidnapping as many as possible, and every day they are doing that. So they are in control. So if not for this, your obedient and all that, all of us will be here trying to tell ourselves the date of the doomsday between Atiku and Tinubu. So you are their nightmare. You are their nemesis. And this morning on Arise Television, right, a body released this. And so what happened? They call them ANAP Foundation. They did a survey. Let me explain this to you. For some of you probably wouldn't know where this is headed. Today, if you go on social media, among the young people, you realize that the spread of OB this, OB that, right, is more popular among them. Now, off the social media, it is also gaining sort of a ground to the point that he has added more options or confusion into what the establishment normally, kind of a draft behind the scene, just draft it and say, okay, yeah, that's it. So it's now pretty much giving them more work to now having to strategize even more than they used to. Okay. So with this, they went out, they said, so many people, let's start from the bottom. Those who refuse not to participate, right? They are about 15%. They are not interested in whatever you want to know if they want to vote or not. Okay, that we are not interested. Those who are interested, but they haven't decided, they are about 32%. They said. Now go back up again. So if you see how it's broken down on your screen, right? It's kind of insulting, especially to some of the people who have been so accustomed to the same way of the two daredevil, APC, Egbekegbe, and people destroying people, right? So it's a shocker that How could you say Tinubu is going to score 16% in southwest Nigeria? Like, are you joking? You get what I mean now? Like, Tinubu is going to get 90% to them. Then, to the people from northern Nigeria, they were like, where is Tinubu going to get, where is Obi going to get 8%, or sorry, 16% in North Central, Kwara, Kogi, and all those places, so Benue and others. However, they said if they do the whole thing today, Obi will defeat them. In a way, it's crackling. But you know, the one that crackles me more is the southeast for Obi, southeast for Tinubu, and southeast for Atiku, which is you see that? And then when you go further again to south-south for Tinubu, south-south for Obi, and south-south for Atiku. Anyway, that's being released probably made them feel like, you know what? Let us stop this nonsense. They have now approached a court in Lagos, high court in Lagos, okay, to tell everyone that you are not welcome in Lagos. So September 23rd, the court is going to rule if they are allowed to gather together, if you are allowed to gather together or not. Same thing they did to the Yoruba nation campaigners in Lagos. The same thing they are doing to the Biafran campaigners in eastern Nigeria, and none like that. Anyway, I've got another one. Let me see if I have that picture yet. Another thing is that there are reports already, okay? There are reports already that apart from you seeing the printed voters card of people in drainages, in gutters and all that stuff everywhere, buried on the ground and all that, they are already sharing forms in northern Nigeria, in southern Nigeria, where they are asking people to pledge and they submit their voters cards. You know, before they would say on the election day, your voters card, and then you collect money to vote. There's something I want to show you now. 1 second. Give me a sec. So, according to them, they are making them pledge that in the name of Allah and all that stuff. I'll show you what that means, okay? Give me a sec. So to get your PVC. Good luck to you. Now, they are collecting their PVC in Casina. This is the copy of the one we got from Casina. And you see that thing written in Hausa, in that form. You see where they are like, agreement form, okay? Your name, your local government, your ward, your polling unit, your voters card number, your rank, your full address, type of business, place of business, blah, 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 BVN, your bank name. They promise to give them money, 100,000 naira ahead or something like that. Now, you see that one, that one written in Hausa. I'm glad that some of you probably understand Hausa. But to those of us who don't, somebody made an interpretation. This is what that simply means, okay? I take a vow before Allah that I will use my voter's card with the number above to vote all APC candidates, from the presidential candidate to the state legislators, as a full member of the above named association, okay? So, help me Allah. May Allah grant us the will to fulfill our vow. Now, this is the reality over there, okay? So, in the South, they are doing the same thing, okay? In Imo State, controlled by APC, Egbekegbe, the hotbed of the unknown gunmen created by Hopeless Uzodinjo in Imo State. One single local government, yeah? They have, one local government with 6,700 voters. Suddenly, with this INEC and all of this, their registration, okay, they have suddenly, that local government has suddenly increased to over 47,000 registered voters there. I'll look for the name of that local government if I can still get that, okay? Others are where you have supposed registered voters. The usual old ways, just trying to bring some of them to the fore. I've got a few here. Let's see, 1, 2, and then that. Give me a sec. So they are already writing names. They are already printing in Yoruba land, in Imo State, and all those places, right? Look at this one. You have names. You have names that are not matching the information or the face printed on them. You have some faces that were printed like more than once, right? Voters card with voters number and everything beside them, okay? So they have more than one names with just the same face, okay? All those ones you see on your screen, they are those samples of your perfect expected unrigged election 2023. So here we go. Here is another one. Check the date of birth of these voters as well and their faces. The one at the top, Adesanya Nash, was born in 1900. He is today 122 years old, I believe. The one that is after him, look at his face, was born in 1980. That one is 42 years today or now, yeah? The one below that, look at his face. Adeshina Paul, Moni Jesu Tofumi. That's a girl's name, girl's name for your 2023. That's a girl's name, right? Now, he was born in 2002. Look at his face. You see that? Meanwhile, there is actually owner of that name who said she is even just waiting for waiting for the INEC to call her to come and do capturing, something like that. She hasn't finished her registration. This is a date of, this is a birth. WAEC certificate of the real owner. But they have to put another man's face there. This one is in Osun State. Okay, look at this one. They said in Nigeria, right, in order to stop rigging, you have to do biometric. They have to do capturing, which means you have to sit in front of a computer where they'll take your picture, take your fingerprints, and then take your details so that nobody else can use your detail, right? But look at your screen. At some point, they allowed that people should begin to bring passport photograph. Normally they said, well, if you fill up a form, yeah, and that form is, you have to put your passport photograph, and that form is what they're going to use to fill your own form online. Now, the lie they are telling them is that, but we submitted form with our passport. Now, that's part of the fraud. You are going to discover after you have probably drained yourself, sap yourself of all energy, trying to defeat the career criminals. Good luck to you. I'm just pointing all this out. Are you with me? Now, look at this. You will see that normal, you are supposed to go back and do capturing the day you go and do your biometric. Well, that's just that. They said, but they allowed it. They allowed it. I said, okay, fine. When I was still in Nigeria, and I was still part of their political, I was participating in the political stuff then, right? And I was actually a member of PDP then. So as a member of PDP, so there were these forms they will bring when election is coming. Those forms, you will write your names. It's like all the political parties does that, okay? They call them empowerment this, empowerment that, or write your name so that we can get you registered for this or that. So when we take all those forms, what they do is that they will start taking their pictures, the names, and they will be supplying them to INEC. INEC will be filling them into their data, okay? Mixing them up here and there, And most of the time, these are the created accounts that always go into the ghost polling units. I participated in most of things. That's why I have so much knowledge, understanding mostly about how this whole thing runs. I actually got so much leverage among them before I left Nigeria. I just never really go for any of their offices or whatever. In my hometown, Odogbolu, so I participated to some level. So I could tell you, including how they mobilize their money, how they share their money, who are the people who actually like come together during election. They are beyond all this campaign rally and all that. No. On the eve of election, what are the type of people coming into the politicians' homes to come and take their own share for what is going to happen tomorrow? Already decided, whatever it's going to be like. I've seen things anyway. INEC officials, police DPO, police commissioner, military, what do they call them? Military, they have a name for them, GOC or something, and area commanders. They have all of them, and they have all of them budgeted for in your election, okay? And then creation of a ghost polling unit. You don't see them, but their results are going to be announced. Yeah, this is how they create them for your 2023 charade, bogus, as we call them. Let's go a little bit further. Somebody was explaining what they've discovered, especially in Imo, Ikenga.
Gentlemen of the press, fellow countrymen, we welcome you to this historic briefing after a while that we have been silent, rebuilding, and strengthening the coalition. We have called you today because we have secured the documents to back up claims that we have uncovered a well-orchestrated grand compromise of the electoral register, falsification and upload of fake registration, move to nullify the use of the bimodal voter accreditation system BVAS machine, complete takeover of INEC and the removal of its chairman from office, and traceable offenses of rigging the 2023 general election. The issues we shall address today go to the very foundation of the hope of our nation to hold credible, acceptable, free, and fair general election next year. About 4 months ago, we intercepted credible intelligence about the grand design of the APC to compromise the 2023 general election and deny Nigerians their sovereign right to freely choose their leaders. This intelligence was intercepted after the plan was shared in details to some of the APC governors and for them to play their own roles. We laid in wait, collected our hardcore evidence and proof, and today we believe that Nigerians deserve to know the kind of party that is running the affairs of our nation and the imminent threat that can destroy the 2023 general election. We are going to speak today on this compromise of the voter registration exercise, the secret court process to stop the use of BVAS for the 2023 general election, an advanced plot to cause leadership changes at the highest level of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. First of all, we commend the INEC leadership led by Professor Mahmoud Yakub and the Commission for the bold step of internal cleansing of the voter register, which they have commenced using the automated biometric identification system. However, we state that the discovery we have made goes beyond the case of double registration. It is a monumental compromise of the...
Kenga, we know. You are praising Mahmoud. He has no idea. Who is going to tell him? Who is going to tell him? You want an election in a fraudulent system controlled by fraudulent people, and you are not preparing for the outbreak when you got cheated on. Or you are going to continue to ignore the obvious. Okay. In Imo State, the governor of Imo State, or should I say the government of Imo under the hopeless Uzodinjo, that is working as well, just in Imo State, across the eastern Nigeria, to surprise many of you, the number of votes, ghost votes, that they will record for Tinubu in eastern Nigeria. As they are, what they wanted is just 25% they claim. And you'll be sitting there, who are the who voted? Nobody voted. Then rig so now the pressure is on. And I'll tell you what they're already doing. As you are watching this video, right? They have already, the discovery of all the discrepancies are more in Imo State, by the way. But that is not, that is not all. You see that your beavers, but if you die your beavers again, that is what they said would be, biometric, checking your finger, checking that you cannot vote twice, blah, 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 ensuring that all those nonsense, that they are lying to you about. Although they are not anywhere going to be needed in northern Nigeria, they don't need them. They will never use them. You know that. Whatever law they are saying, INEC, or whatever they are setting, is for you, the Mugus, who believe in one Nigeria. That, oh, we have to do the just thing. We need to do the right thing. Okay, Ominirighty, continue. Hopeless Uzodigba is already in court. The court should stop INEC from using your beavers machines in your election. And some of you are saying, with the beavers, with the transfer of results, with the this and that, I want to say how they will rig it. You have no idea. They are more prepared. That's why I said, if you wriggle through all of this, last, you are still standing. And they manage to get to a point they feel like, if we do election, we'll go lose. So they don't want to do them. Maybe that is what will trigger you to hit the streets. Or maybe that is what will trigger you to finally give up as well. Whatever it is, I know it. You are all never going to remain the same again. And here it is. They are not going to stop shocking you. So yeah, you may receive a breaking news that they said blah, 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 blah. You say, democracy is dead. It's never alive. You have just been living a lie. But sometimes soon you are going to realize that. And when you realize that, I want to be one of the shoulders for you to to cry on. Because sometimes I can also be very kind to people who refuse to see or sense reasons. Okay, so their breaking news may tell you they have stopped. They are not going to use that anymore for election. There's nothing you can do. And so you go sit down and watch them. No be so. But whatever comes may, just have it at the back of your mind, like I said, that you always have an option. Normally, somebody told me, he said, Maiyegun, in this 2023, the number of people that vote for APC, Tinubu, will give everyone the idea of the number of mad people in Nigeria. I said, that's too extreme, but I like it. Then the other person said, when he was reading, they were reading the news that over 60 million Nigerians have mental health illnesses and all that, right? That they are mad. They are like 60 million of you have mental health issue. The psychiatric experts, they said that. And one guy just jumped here. I don't believe this. APC doesn't have up to 60 million members. I said, you should check this. Because APC members are also Nigerians, Abi. And sometimes when you look at them, they are in their own world. They don't live in the same world with you. You know that. So if the psychiatrists come out and say 60 million Nigerians are mad, so somebody will say, well, APC doesn't have up to that number of members. In that sense, you are dealing with lunatics. You are dealing with a sociopath. You are dealing with cold-hearted humans, young and old. They don't feel. They don't have empathy. They don't have sympathy. They don't have anything. Bunch of sociopath. So if you push it and push it, one thing I'm certain of is that they are capable of pushing you to your extreme. No be Ninja. Somebody sent me this. Young people, supposedly, who are supposed to be. Anyway, let's go to Akure. Tinubu said they're doing 1 million march, and they haven't started yet. So if you see crowd like that, as the Tinubu people are tagging OB people as IPOB, as Igbos, and trying to, gaslight them like that, you see the obedient, the they also have a narrative that, listen, if you see anybody behind a Tifku or Tifnumbu, they do rally anything, or they are paid or they are promised to be given something. Do you see how everybody, they throw their own water now, Abi? Me, I am just the central stadium where all of this can be brought together. And sometimes you can even see yourself clearly on this platform. Depends on which of this side you belong to. And somehow, it does help you to even understand what you are getting yourself involved more. Okay? Young people are out. Tinubu for president. You see, if you go to MaiyegunsDiary Politico, you will see these videos there. I posted them. And usually, I like all these clips. When I see them, I bring them onto MaiyegunsDiary Politico. You know why? When I see the obedience, when they are doing their rally here and there, I say, hey, I will just bring them to MaiyegunsDiary. I'll be like, wow. Hey, Omo. And you see the obedience, they will just jump there. Hey, they've never seen anything. This movement is going to this. I'll be. Then you see the Tinubu Lagos Abobakus. Maiyegun, you better just confess. We know that you are supporting Obi. You this shameless man. You are not supporting your man. Stop pretending Yoruba nation. Blah 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 blah. Me, I will just sit down there. They read comments. I'll be reading comments. Some people will be defending me. Shut up your mouth. Can he not just post what he likes? Can he not? You know, Obi people will be defending me. Maiyegun continue to open their eyes, Jare. Maiyegun continue to show the truth. Then when I see another word, when I see Tinubu people like that video, if you go onto MaiyegunsDiary Politico now, you will see the Obi people, the obedient. I know this Maiyegun is a fake man. All this Yoruba nation nonsense is shouting. Look at him, he's campaigning for Tinubu. He's a Yoruba man. I know that's how the Yorubas are doing. I have, in fact, that one actually really annoys me, okay? Because some of you can be so cantankerous. You can be so like, you know, with your sad life, okay? But, I mean, this is MaiyegunsDiary Politico. I discuss politics here. That's what I do on MaiyegunsDiary Politico. Then I have my own belief too. What is that my belief? My belief is to see to the realization of a sovereign Yoruba nation. And I'm not imposing it on you. I'm not the type that impose on people. If you don't do we are going to kill you. Yeah, no, I don't. No. It's an ideology that I believe that it shouldn't be so difficult to sell. It shouldn't be so hard, a conversation to have with people like mine and all that. We may disagree on the process or how we think it should be done. Yeah, fine. But it should never lead to anything like because of all this weary. So that's my own ideology. I don't impose. But I am Maiyegun General. This is MaiyegunsDiary Politico. I discuss politics. That's what I do. And how it affects you as somebody who is connected to Nigeria. So, which is true. But then they started abusing me. I mean, come on, man. I post whatever I think I want to see, and I want to see your reactions. That's what I do. And in fact, it's mostly from your reactions that I always kind of build my program when I want to talk about things. Your reactions, this one and that one, emotionally wrecked people, emotionally frustrated Nigerians. There are many on MaiyegunsDiary Politico. Some of them are feeling cool. They don't know that myself, I'm feeling cool using your video to torment the Lagos Abobakus, the Articulutas. That doesn't mean that I am with you. Sure, you get. I'm not against you because I don't have any influence on any one of you, but I am not one of you. I am not one of your obedience, whatever they call or whatever it is. But I like what you are doing. Help, because what you are doing is helping me, somebody like me, to further torment the humbled slaves, the obedient fools, that have been living that I have been living rent-free in their head for years now. On MaiyegunsDiary Politico, they can't leave me. Eh? They're always here. So when I see you, I share that. That doesn't make me one of you. So don't mix them together. Okay? All right? Well, anyway, back to it. So I was sharing that video, like, I must see Tinubu people for Ibadan. Or everybody like, you know, oh, you are their nemesis. I like that. I do. Because normally, to me, personally, I don't even see Tinubu. When I see APC, I see the people that brought us to this stage. The people that divided us, destroyed us, ruined the economy, ruined the future, and borrowed us to extinction. These are direct things that affect people. People I know, people I don't. Do you get that now? So if anybody who has any moral standing at all, like you have any kind of morality in you as a human being, even if you are supporting them, you should never, ever, in my own opinion, be grandstanding anywhere. Talk less of you trying to even make any comparison of whatever APC stand for or whoever is in APC. Like to me, personally, the shame of what you have done to Nigeria, the shame of what you have done to Nigerians, the destruction and the ruins you have brought about and brought upon Nigeria. If you have moral, normal, you're not supposed to argue outside when they talk about APC. Like they say in Yoruba, in Yoruba land, they say, person will do terrible thing. Are you with me? Those who do evil thing. And they say, hey, who did this thing? Oh, say, we don't know. Ha! Hey, I am caught. Who did this thing? Oh, they say, we don't know. Somebody did this thing. Somebody did this thing. And okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to place curses on whoever did this. Say, no be you do am. No, Baba, no be also. We didn't do it. I didn't do it. So not me. Oh. Say, fine, that's fine. Ẹ̀yin tó láyé o. Ẹni ọmọkọ́mọ tó bá ṣe ọmọkọ́mọ tó ṣe kíní yìí o. Níta níje. Kọ́mọ náà kó gun fẹ́ jẹ́ ẹwẹ́ ní o. Now, at that point, you can no longer say it's me o. You just have to keep quiet. And when they are cursing you, they are placing that curse. You'll be there. You'll be doing Other people will be saying, Ashe, amen, Ashe. May the person die shamelessly. Whoever did this horrible thing, may the person go mad. People will be saying, amen, Ashe, amen, Ashe. You, that evil one, what would you do? You just keep quiet there, like, you won't say Ashe. You'll be saying, now you go kill. Now you go kill. Now you go run mad. Not me go run mad. That's exactly what your life should be as APC, either supporter or a member. But because they say they don't feel they shame the shameless. Or you don't even have to shame the shameless. You can remind the shameless people of their shame. Keep saying it. That's what I'm doing right now. When people they curse APC, you're not supposed to say amen behind the scene. They're not supposed to see your face. But you see, because you are so shameless, many of you, so shameless, that you can decide to turn everything around, okay? Tribalize the same thing, the same country that you probably want to rule. Buhari did it. Look at where it has led Nigeria. I don't know how long Nigeria is going to hold on to. I don't know how long those criminals are going to hold on to Nigeria, but I can promise you this. The frustration is spreading, including your own frustration as well as Lagos Abobaku. Everybody is frustrated. That is why some of you, as coward as you are, you don't have a spine. You don't even have any kind of modicum of morality or courage to even stand up. This whole thing, nobody say, when they say Nigeria hard, they have opened another filling station for you to get your own petrol. At how much? At 14 naira per liter. It's not that they have opened another several shopping mall outside everywhere for you to go and get your own bag of rice for 5,000 naira. Okay? And it's not that they have opened up a different source for you that you are enjoying 24 hours electricity because you are APC member. Now, for those of you that have been kidnapped and all that, it's not because they have, they have not kidnapped. It's not because they have provided any special security for you. You are all in the same bracket of the contraption they have created. When they talk about people who are no longer jobless, who are no longer working, people who are jobless today, among them, APC, Egbekegbe members are there. Cheers, Imbeni. Mbori burúkú tó bá gbogbo yín yìí náà ṣá ọ̀nà àtijẹ àti mọ ọ̀nà fún ọ̀nà ọ̀run ẹ̀yin olórí ibú tìrantìran olórí ibú tó ń kó ṣìbérò. When they say that over 100 million Nigerians are living inside extreme poverty, there are members of APC, ẹgbẹ́kẹ́gbẹ́ díẹ̀, àwọn èèyàn poverty, àwọn èèyàn màmá poverty. Awokoya Bikiloruko woman to Canada. When you tell them, a bag of rice has turned to 37,000 naira, which can God punish you. You see them, they will jump at you. Must you eat rice? I bought rice, local rice yesterday. It was just about 22,000 naira. The way they never see 20,000 naira in his life for the past 7 years since APC. Like 20,000. Oh yeah, 20,000. Some of these they've never received 20,000 naira cash like this. Say, oh yeah, take since they don't get job. Rabba Bambiala. Baba, God bless you. Honorable came around yesterday. I said to everybody, I'm all about 5 bay. And 5 bay then give me. And that one, when I go home like this, I Biliki, we're not about 2.5. I'm a sonja. I started give Biliki 2.5 to cook for me. I've never given enough money. Money for food for the past 6 months. When Honorable show up like this for that weekend, Honorable I said to her, he gave us money now 5 days. So I gave Biliki 2.5. The remaining 2.5, I used that one to big, do a more boy for town. Those are the weirdos that are making political opinions, making political commentary on what they think is right. People who are feeding from the crumbs that these rogues are sharing to them. You get that now? So it's not that you are living in a special place or you are getting a special life or you are getting any special treatment. Your children, okay? Your children who are attending schools, many of you are struggling. You know the saddest things, right? It never used to be this bad. You know it. So, you know it. It wasn't this bad. It wasn't so good or rosy. I know. It wasn't this bad as well. So it's not that they have created anything for you elsewhere that you say, this is the reason why, APC. You get that now? So, as it is, just have it at the back of your mind that we know what it is like when those rogues finally lose it. I am waiting for how they are going to deal with it. Okay? The other one that called himself a unifier, Atifku, it was in Ibadan. It was in Ibadan at some point. I think it was yesterday. Nobody's banning him from going anywhere anyway, but he's promising lies as well, like promising them lies and lies and lies. I'm going to check one of them. I think I have a clip here that's... the next occupant of the national pillar and President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Tinubu. Tinubu, is that not Tinubu song? On your mandate, we shall stand. Abi, is that not the song? Well, wherever. It was there. They are everywhere, and you're gonna see more of them. But I'm gonna tell you this. For for those of you who have been following the whole development, if there's anything you have to give for any reason at all, please don't even give your emotion, because your emotion is going to run riot. And then we can see what this is going to be like at the end of the day. I may not have all of the right word to explain what I actually see, but you see the little I've managed to share with you. I bet it that many of you are smarter. You probably have seen them, or even could be able to even see further than what I have shared. But the bottom line is that before you get involved in all of this, think about your own plan B. Should I call it plan B? It shouldn't even be called plan B, so to say. What I'm trying to say here is that many people are investing or hoping so much that with Obi, they could pull a stunt never seen before, succeed on that, and indeed bring everybody back to that table where the existence of Nigeria can actually be discussed. Something that is actually a campaign, sort of a campaign line for APC and PDP already. Talking about the divided tribal, whatever politics that you have, is that if Obi become president of Nigeria, he is going to facilitate with ease the breakup of Nigeria, because he is the only one who has agreed that he would rather sit with Nnamdi Kanu, sit with the IPOB, listen to all of their demand that has caused so much, damages today. He is ready to listen to them. And then a dialogue is said. That's the beginning of any kind of, progress that you might have in mind for the people that you are not intending to kill. He said, why would he want to exile Igboho and everyone demanding for Yoruba nation as well? He will sit down with them. Now, a system that says, yeah, we should be sitting together. That is something powerful that is a ticket a quarter up north when their campaign starts, and the likes of Obi continue to stay on that line and say, yeah, we are ready to, discuss the grievances of everyone, which is the beginning of any peace. If anybody is offering any peace in Nigeria today, and is offering you that peace on, I'm going to build road, I'm going to build this, those are no longer the core problems of Nigeria. Because when you deal with the core problems, right, we can build roads ourselves. We can build bridges, we can build schools, we can build hospitals, we can build industries ourselves without having to wait for a blueprint from anybody that wants to be president of Nigeria. So it starts from that conversation, okay? And that, like I said, up north is a ticket cutter, something that APC, Egbekegbe, is willing and ready to ride on, among other things. Now, finally, just to round it up on this case against Obedient in Lagos. Lagos is traditional base of Tinubu, okay? He has fought all his life, okay, to be where he is today, in care of and in charge of Lagos. He fought all his life. He's killed people for it. And somehow, whatever he's going to take, right? Taking Lagos or attempting to break into Lagos, for any kind of attempt at all, they are more or less like a declaration of war. Well, the level this breaking is being planned, that as well as the law of Nigeria, the two of them are going to make it difficult for the first time for Tinubu, okay, to have his way. But would that be all? Or it's just going to be chaos starting from now, because your campaign will start on the 28th ahead. On the 1st of October, October 1st, you, Obedient, said you are going to organize 4 million man march in Lagos. Now that, to Tinubu, is a test of his pang, what's it called, of his venom. Now, can you take it? Can you bruise him? Can you bruise that ego? Can you bring back that fear? Something they are so scared of. The revolution that is not their own making. A revolution that is not their own draft and all that. that shook them to their core. I won't forget. I will not forget. Right? So, time will tell, they will say, you have done it before. You were crushed. Now we can see if you can do it again. Now that they have much to lose. Now that they call it awon lokon, and you are saying you're fighting for your life. Abi, I would love to see how that goes. I'll be monitoring, and then I'll be reporting as well, whatever happens. So thank you. Then finally, by the way, just finally now, before I quickly take a break, a feedback from what we have been doing, and that is our fundraiser on the side on how we intend to support our own people back in Yoruba land, which, like I told you yesterday, is a thankless job. The people that probably will wish that Maiyegun is dealt with, because Maiyegun is saying things about Tinubu that they don't like. The people that would like that to happen to me are mostly Yorubas, but the main people who are actually like the backers of Maiyegun, the strongest supporters of Maiyegun, the great foundational members of the Temple of Truth, they are mostly Yorubas, and they have my back. So we started something that we're going to help others back home, because none of this is being done because we are in any way affected by what they are doing to you in Nigeria, what they will be doing to you. But somehow the effect of that is not limited to you. That's one thing we've established as well. So MaiyegunSdiary Politico, we have decided that if everything goes well from next month, when their campaign starts as well, our own campaign will start. But it's going to be a different campaign, something that I hope they will ignore us long enough. I actually really, really do wish they ignore us long enough, so that by the time we have covered the few ground we intend to cover in a short while, let's see whether we are going to be, the villain or the hero or whatever it is. But something is going to give, and I won't say much on that, okay? So I've received more support from everyone, okay? As we speak right now, I can tell you we currently have over 1,100 pounds from our donors. Thank you, including the ones I received on PayPal. On PayPal, as we speak right now, we currently have 305 pounds on PayPal, and we also have 831 pounds on our Give Send Go. And then I have also received another 40 pounds. Yeah, I remember. I received another 40 pounds in the Diaspora Radio International account earlier today. I wish I could just announce all the names of this donor anyway, but the donation on the PayPal came from two people. Okay, Prayer Docent, I got your message. And then Sir Akinshoname. These two people gave us what we have on our PayPal as we speak. And then coming down to the radio account. Sorry, I didn't pick up the name earlier. I just saw the alert of that 40 pounds. So then if you see what we have on the Give Send Go as well, you can see all the donors. So thank you. Okay, thank you very much. In other words, right, we currently have nearly 900,000, so nearly ₦1 million in 2 days. So if we do well, right, if we do well before the end of the month, I will announce it here, how you can benefit, whether for your education support, okay, if you are watching me from Yoruba land, I may be paying your school fees in no distant future, okay? This platform may be facilitating payment of some of the medical support for you in every corner of Yoruba land. And we may actually be helping your own parents, some of them that are not on social media, okay? We might be helping them in their trade, supporting them in their, way and other stuff. Now, all of this are what we have on MaiyegunSdiary Political planned starting from October. So yeah, I believe we can do it. So if we can make available from 5 million naira to maybe 10 million naira to start all our programs, and then I will begin to draft in all the beneficiaries here and there, I'll keep the record and I will announce the dates and places as well, okay? But thank you for your support. Now, I'm going to go on a break. I want to take calls for those who might want to stop by and say hi. So you have the chance. So I will take calls, but first, if this is your first time. And I'm actually also working on something. If you have been a subscriber on MaiyegunSdiary Politico on YouTube, I want to ask you to check your notification settings, okay? Check if your notification setting stays on. if something has happened to that, check it, okay? Because so many people have told me that they no longer receive the notification that Maiyegun is live. I don't know what to do, and I don't, I just have to say, please try that, okay? And I'm also trying to get many of you on my Facebook page to take a moment. All you need is a Gmail account, or what do you call it? If you have a Gmail account, adetolabamidele@gmail, that is enough for you to have to be able to watch content on YouTube, subscribe, retain, and receive notification as well. So if you don't have any Gmail account, you can open one, okay? If you want to keep a tab on Maiyegun as well, open one. Or if you have one, that same account is enough for you to subscribe on MaiyegunsDiary Politico on YouTube. Now, thank you. And I will be back. When I get back, I'll take a few calls and we can call it a night. Tonight. Let's see. Just a moment. I have my first caller on the line. Are you still there, sir?
Yes, Mr. Maiyegun.
Oh, good evening.
My name is Frank. Yeah, good evening.
Did you say Frank?
Yeah, from New Jersey.
I don't know if this phone is on speaker. I can't hear you. It's like you are like in a all with echo as well.
Yeah, hello? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm struggling too. Do you mind taking it off speaker?
Oh. Okay, because okay, hold on.
Yeah, just yeah. If you can do that, sir.
Okay.
Right. Are you there?
Can you hear me? Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, so I think we can manage. Yeah, we can manage it this way. If I can't hear what you say, I will ask. So please go on.
Yeah, I've been following your program, and I just want to chip in something concerning the program you have on, concerning the stuff you have for people back home in Nigeria.
Oh yeah, good.
So I just it's something that I've been trying to do myself, but it's what I can tap into because when I think so. So
Yeah, mo ti ń gbọ́ yín báyìí sí ya. Mo ti wà clearance.
Okay. So what you move I've been thinking of something like empowerment.
Okay.
So empowerment in the sense that Tabani Afemara Onje Family. It's not a bad idea, but in the we should have plan B. Plan B in the sense that why can't we look for something like a land? Empower when they will go into agriculture. When they go into agriculture, like maybe let's say start with let's say like 10 acres, maybe in Abeokuta, some acre in Osun State.
That's true.
So they will even go into production. We put people on ground. They go into production. So by the time Obama the next season, distribute on the farm we will have our own source. Yeah, our direct source. Then
it's actually part of what I said yesterday as well when I was digging into what we plan to do. I want to offer one lórí platform that if we intend to do anything, tabani got a face share lórí ọ̀rọ̀ kó bóyá farming and other stuff. Want to offer go on, sir. Sorry, go on.
Then another thing in the area of education.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I ignore orthodox education, but there are some things that I believe people can learn on YouTube within maybe months, and people will start doing something. They can learn so many things, how to be productive.
That's right.
On YouTube. So we can have a center, and there will be Wi-Fi there. We can have a big plasma TV, or people can come with their phone and connect. But it will be restricted to what they are supposed to learn.
Yes.
So that maybe you can teach them how to make so many things. I want Chinese YouTube. I want Chinese here. There are also many in every part of the world. There are some things that people can make simply and they can turn into money.
That's right.
Even they can learn tailoring.
Support as well, because most of the time is that people actually get trainings of so many things, but the whole idea dies when they don't have any real support for them to.
Yes, that is when the area of empowerment. That is when the area of empowerment coming.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time those people are established, we are certified that only Russia, only Shiro.
That's right.
Amani center to just pay machine starting with 20 machines, 30, 50 machines. To buy new share, to buy bashe,
go come there and use
everything welding section mawa. So to buy share you can pay to buy you can pay some token so that when you know one to recycle it. She
just to keep the system running and all of that. That's true.
Yeah. Yes, and there are other courses that we only see online, certification courses. Only if you research, even only one Nigeria come out power, come out dollar. So that by the time we are empowering people, when those
any resource center, because which means many things you are looking for, you are likely going to come across them there. Because we'll provide all of the link, the resources, and everything to follow you, sir.
Yeah, then can you plan B in all your plans? One need to tell Molomba is should go for a one bed. Certainly, I want to listen to the program you go. I want only to work against you go one bed.
Sure. I want to then do the one bed.
Ben, so Tebanshi, I want or teba láwọn plan kan mo gbọ́ tẹ́ ń discuss pẹ̀lú princess lánàá àbí nǹkan kan. You need to go offline sometimes to put some plan into place. Kò sí gbogbo nǹkan lẹ́ máa wá in the air láti sọ. The only thing ni pé tẹ́ bá ti reach decision, final decision, conclusion, then you can now come out. Then ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ fún àwọn Yorùbá náà wà ní Benin Republic, wọ́n wà ní àwọn neighboring West Africa. You can source from them. Even go plan plan B in case somebody sabotage efforts in terms of production of maybe food or plant Thank God. Sunday Igboho wà ní Benin. He can have some conversation with the Yoruba community in Benin. A lè rí lẹ́ńbẹ̀ gan, or maybe Togo, tó máa gbìn nǹkan tó dẹ̀ máa kó wọ Naija. Then another thing tí mo fẹ́ sọ, in this process, in the matter of 2-3 years, and my exports around the African food, maybe some produce, the buy export, you know, to my source of foreign exchange. So I want you to broaden, to broaden your scope. Then I want to come out there with Ibiru and Pelu, I want to jump plant on and the other princess and other people. And the massive webinar. So then the ban last and they sought from our professionals, the IT professionals, medical doctors or whatever. They can even be training people on some basic things. Only what they can be here in America, in UK or wherever in Europe. Some of my webinar found some of my
knowledge across Momo. That's good.
Yes. So let us put that into plan as well.
One of the things I'm planning to do is that for us to have Kalefigo track as soon as possible, before the end of the month, I'm planning to mobilize them, get it registered enough that we can then build around you. So it's very possible.
Yeah. Okay. Because you got to Montana that is for emergency, but something that will be sustainable.
Because part of what they told us presently, we are lucky enough, even when we get to that production part as well, we are lucky enough that we already have a warehouse provided for us, offered us. Then we also have another warehouse provided for us in Oshun as well. We have another land. So all of this, in order for us to put everything in a single place, we need a team. And that team needed to be mobilized. So once we are able to put that together, because we are on it, then we want to answer you information. We can pass it along to them. We can monitor them. We can help them to make it happen. Expansion and the rest of all those things, all the resources they need, we can make that happen. So, idea and brilliant gone is not out of place. So, I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Then, if possible, to open account where in America or maybe in Canada, so that my own whatever, I won't be going through the papers, not my I want interest in concentrate. I charge so Tabani means telephone account maybe. I call zero, I will zero be anytime at the press of the button by anything about Shima,
Frank, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I can be another call. Yeah. Thank you so much. Our contribution here are noted though. And then as expected, we should start seeing them play out one after the other. Thank you so much. Can you nice day. Nice one. Yeah. So that's some good stuff there, by the way. So I'm going to take this. Hello there.
Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
Logo. So I want to thank the caller just spoken. It spoke my mind.
I want to be a little bit further than Kenny because it's like what did he listed and I appreciate his contribution as well.
So anyway, I want to speak with the person who just called. And I want to speak with you and everybody. Let us put all these our proposal into our table. Give us a particular email so that we can forward it. It's good. We have it recorded now. It's good to put it. Are you with me, sir?
I'm following you, sir.
And also, please, I don't know whether you have it presently. We need a small committee who will gather this write-up. They will synthesize this write-up, and they will be able to give us Do you get me, sir? Yeah. Like, you know that the world is a global village. On Zoom, it doesn't need to be large committee. You know, and soft skills. So please ask people to volunteer. Maybe 2 or 3 or 4 people. 2 or 3 or 4 people. 2 or 3 people. In charge establishing farms, so that people will be dealing with. We will not do everything like I told you. We dream big. Dream big.
And we start small.
We act fast. And we start small. Because we need to pilot everything we are doing. On the large scale. We will not learn perfection.
Okay.
But if we do it in a small way, ask you, how things will work well when we are scaling up
after the other. Yeah. You know, one thing, the only thing there is that that's why I always use the word volunteering, sir. You know, when people volunteer to say, oh, I can do that. Oh, I would love to do that. It's much appreciated or kind of more valuable than when you...
Hello, sir.
You get... Go on, sir.
Okay.
You want to say something?
Okay. We'll let them put it into right. No, sir. Let them put it like Endo share sorrow.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Endo share sorrow. I want to appeal to him. If you put it in writing, whether your email or princess email, give us a particular email
that should be a contact point. Yeah. We have an email called info@yorubaunion.org. That's our official email.
Yeah.
If you want me to, if people want to use that, it is called the info@yorubaunion.org. That's one for our website. So, but I get what you mean as well, sir. So yeah, we have to open up. You know, one of the things I told Princess was that I'm having because we have discussed extensively on this in the past. Okay, it's just got delayed due to all those those delays we had a few months back and all that. So it was easier for us to say, okay, now let's do it. You get that now? So what I did with Princess was that we have highlighted what we want to do, the ones we want to start with, the next and all of that stuff. Then I want her to come up with our own team because they are there. Those who are going to do most of the physical one to start with, they are there. So if she comes up with a team that she can work with, I'm going to give her some other people that are going to provide other support for whatever they want to do. But first with who she can work with. Now, when that is sorted, you see every other contact, link, and all that will be established, which means now everything that we want to do concerning what we just started, we now know the people to direct them to. And when we have, if we want to have a sort of a general convo with them, where on special invitation, and all that, right? We can always join them in their meetings and once in a while as well. But we can always know those to go to. So I think we are going to kind of, get that sorted in the next couple of days. So part of what I'm thinking of is to get a legal team that are going to help us put together all it takes to put the registration on. If that should be sorted as soon as possible. You see every other thing like, other group, other team here, that team, they can start popping up one after the other. And the assignment we start assigning the assignment to them. And like you said, we can begin to coordinate generally then. But first and foremost, I just want her to, I don't want to rush her, okay? Once she is ready, which I believe she is almost, we will open up contacts for that particular team in Nigeria, okay? Princess and their team, they will be able to be in charge of not just communication, okay, or receiving or responding to emails. They are also going to be in charge of branding and packaging. It's part of what we have discussed. You get that now? So, Baba, go on.
You are talking about the implementation.
That's what I mean.
You are talking about the implementation committee. talking about implementation committee. I am talking about. I'm telling you, I'm talking to you now. I'm saying it to the record and to the people. Let everyone of us listen now, and this will be later. Let us put our idea into writing.
Good.
Please, everybody, Temple of Truth, let us put our ideas into writing and forward.
And then we forward them to the writing. Good. I like that.
Thank you. Finally, I have this to say.
Okay.
We are not feeding people. We have our primary goal, nationalization.
Yes.
Our Yoruba nationalization, whatever we do must carry this long awareness and publicity.
Exactly. We are not doing just charity. It's a charity with purpose and with a goal. So which means that for every penny we spend out there, we are expecting a return. And that return is a sort of support that should come from within, the one that is induced from within, that people can say, thank you so much, I never knew I had to do this. So if we can get a lot of people on our side, then we've succeeded. So I believe, Baba.
Number 2.
Yes, sir.
Number 2, support. We are talking about giving food, health. Number 3, employment. Okay.
Opportunity.
Are you with me?
Certainly, sir.
Number 3, we must be generating employment intervention. And we must make production into the stream of what we are doing. That's why I appreciated the last one. We just want to start giving food. Our idea is giving food. We want to use this Yoruba Union to show people how to build nation. Maiyegun, and I'm talking
to show the practicability of it. I'm with you, Baba.
Build nation. Yeah, how a nation build. I see our capability. I see our we can do it here.
Yes.
And God will help us. Strengthen us.
Amen to that.
I want to appreciate you.
So much.
Finally, I just want to about this. Just give me a minute.
All right.
Okay, like what the person said, please, as much as possible, we have talked about skill acquisition, volunteer. He has talked about something, a tech place. Yes. Ask for volunteer people who can.
A tech place where people can access information that could help them, training on other stuff to make them better. I get that. Yes. He said that.
There's something I want to bring in the area of production and employment generation. I had. Do you know, Maiyegun, that you can do house-based production? Let me quickly explain house-based production. Number 1, do you know we can decide family. We build 50 kgs. We give 50 family. We now have animal husbandry experts and veterinary animal scientists. There is a way you raise broiler. You raise broiler from day old. You will raise that broiler to a point that rate of mortality is near 0. So the people will just see them to maturity. They don't need any headache again. Imagine that family. We give them day old that have been pushed to a stage with that. Experts will have done they are giving you this chick, just be feeding them to maturity.
Yeah.
When you see them, your family will take 2 and that's something. You will give 2 to your Yoruba Union. That's number 1. Number 2, I have a friend who told me that we can have fish pond in the house. As many as 100 fish in the house, they will have fish pond in the business. Are you with me, sir?
I'm with you, Baba. I'm following you. Some people are so interested in what you are saying. I can read their comments as well. Go on, please.
The department in our Yoruba Union, finger links. Now the finger links. We have another department that we're dealing with feeds. So we now decide we will start moving big way. Hello, sir.
I'm with you, sir.
Hello. We won't do it in the big way. With a 50 family or 20 family, we have people who have built a plastic bowl in which you can rear. This right inside our own, we don't even going big. Poverty is being knocked out.
Like internally and aggressively. I am with you.
Yes. I want to listen to an engineer. Do you know you can grow in bags? Yam can now be grown in bags.
Of course.
We can have a department, a soil effort that will help. People will not just be planting. We don't want agriculture that will be full time. A department will be preparing the bag. Let's say 10 families. Prepare soil in sack. Give it to 10 family. They will grow yam in their back. They will grow yam. So what to say is, we are not just going to give people
food.
We want to
do to teach them how to actually make food. I am following you.
So let me just stop here. We move on.
Thank you so much. I mean, somebody said that it is one brilliant idea to make sure that all our ideas, suggestions are written down and are sent in so that we can sift through them to see all these brilliant ideas and fuse them together and create something that possibly people will be so marveled when they happen. So thank you for all these brilliant ideas coming from your my contributors tonight. So you have a good one, sir.
I appreciate you.
Thank you,
so
sir.
We have started small, having dreamed big. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Robert. Thank you very much. So one of the things we can do, which I believe we can do, is going to be before the end of the month. Okay, so food production is something I'm interested in. There are some there are some crops that can be cultivated, grown, and they can be harvested within 4-5 months, not even like 1 year. Cassava can be harvested. There's some cassava that can be harvested within the first 7 months, and they are matured and all that. And then many things like that that could go into different production that can at the same time not just help combat food inflation, which has now turned to over 60% as we speak. They are telling you that the food inflation in Nigeria is about 27% or 25%. Not true. Okay, more and more people are going to be struggling to feed. They won't be able to afford to buy food. Okay, and it is simply because of the reality of the economy you have today. Sincerely speaking, so if we, by any chance, manage to instill or to drive a sort of community, or should I say, the people inspired to want to be part of something positive enough, like the Yoruba Union, so to say, we are not just going to ask them to do it. We are not just going to provide support and security as well for those who are going to be with us. We are also going to do it ourselves too. We would invest in this cultivation and all that, a long-term thing, but eventually it is still part of our effort to get people to see why things, like somebody just said, a nation can be built if the people who want it built have an idea of what they actually want to build, not those who are going to do it with the trial and error, only for them to turn you to prayer warriors that probably will wish that, this madness never happened. So thank you so much for your contributions. I would say, my callers, let me take a minute break, and I'm going to continue. Maybe I'm going to take 1 or 2 more calls, and then we can call it a night. Don't go anywhere. Okay.
ṣàtẹ̀mí ló kàn, èmi ló kàn, èmi ló kàn. Sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀mí ló kàn. Láìdéṣe, láìdéṣe. Sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀mí ló kàn. Èmi ló kàn, èmi ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀mí ló kàn. Láìdéṣe, ló kàn. Láìdéṣe, láìdéṣe. Sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀mí ló kàn. Èmi ló kàn, èmi ló kàn. Sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀mí ló kàn. Láìdéṣe, láìdéṣe. Sàbáwé ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀mí ló kàn. Èmi ló kàn, èmi ló wẹ̀, ilé ṣàtẹ̀mí ló kàn. Láìdéṣe, ilé ṣàtẹ̀mí ló kàn.
Hello, Maiyegun. Hello, Maiyegun. Hello, Maiyegun General. Mi ò gbọ́ ẹ o.
I think sorry sir, don't worry. Can you hear me now, Baba?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I think my microphone is sort of kind of entangled there, so I quickly cut that. So, Baba, how are you?
Okay. Yeah, fine. Thank you very much.
You're so welcome. Thanks for joining us.
I'm happy for the discussion tonight. And nǹkan tí mo kàn fẹ́ sọ ni wípé nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe is a very good project. But I, as a person, mo involve ara mi láti assist àwọn èèyàn láti ṣe some farm in a way láti fi encourage wọn ní Nàìjíríà.
Beautiful.
So mo dẹ̀ rí wípé tá bá ti dáko síbì kan, oko tá bá dá yẹn, dó ẹ̀gẹ́ àtàgbàdo, ó máa mú nǹkan kan jáde nínú ilẹ̀ yẹn for the first season or the second one. But mo rí pé problem tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ni wípé ilẹ̀ máa ń ṣá, òjò dẹ̀ kí ń rọ̀ dédé. So the next thing tá wá ṣe ni wípé a wá ṣe drip irrigation farming.
Good.
A gbin borehole sínú ilẹ̀ yẹn. A ṣe àwọn pipes tá run ẹ̀. So water wà regular. And with that, we are able to make better money and our crops is green, our be tomatoes,
vegetables,
cucumber. So, in fact, people can come together in group and be doing the watering. Capital outlay local was very high.
Set up, yeah.
But they can continue to use the ground repeatedly. Wagoma produce our crop to just within 2.5 to 3 months. Product mama jade ninu farm one. Everybody amari owo. Good money, steady. And then the thing is capital intensive. What the mama need láti lo àwọn fertilizer àtàwọn nutrients, so wọ́n máa get àwọn tó wọ́n máa fún wọn láìdíà. Nǹkan táwọn tomato yẹn mama need, nǹkan táwọn cucumber yẹn mama need.
Yeah, nǹkan tí idea wa ẹ tó fi better ni wípé demand ti wà kí supply tó dé anyway. So which means wípé there will be less room for any kind of wastage. Because storage has been an issue for many people as well. But in our own case, how come I'm Beni, Baba Shenko Jadibayi, own law fresh Benny, own law Stani. So I am with you.
So I don't want you to make the mistake I've made with such projects.
Right.
Nimoshe come in. I don't know if you have an email. Tobale ask for cross-fertilization of ideas.
Yes,
abroad.
Yeah.
You'll be able to learn from some of our mistakes.
No, we are willing. We are ready. We are ready to collaborate and learn.
In Nigeria.
Apart from that's what when it comes to the issue of affair subsidized onje. So first in Tanlatiko secure supply means of supply which is vendors told one on regular steady whenever we need anything. So that was when the idea of I mean as time goes on, we should go into cultivation ourselves. There are some of these things we can grow ourselves. But the beauty of this whole thing is this: beauty and equity. Sherry, if we do what we want to do by the first week of October, from that moment, we can at the same time start the process of wow. Atini ile gbogbo la ko fojú rí nbi anyway wọ́n ti offer wa nílẹ̀ nbi baba yo now got a ṣẹṣẹ ni pé a máa rán team lọ síbẹ̀ kó lọ access ẹ̀ tó bá ti access ẹ̀ tán wọ́n máa dé máa fún wa report to pé báwo ni bẹ́ẹ̀ ń ṣe another stop. Then from that point of view, like you said, somebody like yourself who has done it before, will have a chance. Let's say, okay, like somebody also suggested, all the ideas aligning with people can chip in ideas from all over the place. Then if you need them one-on-one, you can even arrange a phone conversation with that person, like yourself right now. If I receive anything from you and it's so interesting that we are like, no, an email is not going to explain it. And you are part of us. You are one of us. Okay. At that point, your expertise will be needed, and you can be directed towards what it is needed for. So that's why I said that more like ideas on chipping lale, and I just hope we do them as we are planning. So I appreciate it. Seriously, it's doable.
Yeah. I just have some ideas about food crops that when you only grow. So just short, within few months, one harvest then one they produce dada because ile ogba mi dey ba ma fi low for 1 year ile tisha then ojo regularly because of this a bit of a climate change. So one need irrigation tí ó bá ti irrigation nǹkan tó máa produce nbe ò ní da. Then àwọn ilẹ̀ yẹn ó lè àwọn mineral kan àbí méjì ó lè má sì tó nulẹ̀. So wọ́n need àwọn agro services láti advise wọn irú àwọn nǹkan tó máa fi sínú ilẹ̀ yẹn àti nǹkan tó máa fi sínú omi yẹn. So tó bá ti wà regular ó ti máa create employment fún àwọn ẹni yẹn. Wọ́n máa make steady money.
That's right.
So the thing and tó produce food crop by àwọn tó máa rà ti wà ńlẹ̀.
Already.
Èyí tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ máa fún àwọn èèyàn náà ẹ ti fún wọn. So the thing. So
thank you so much.
That farm irrigation.
No. Ojo steady Nigeria. Every one of the things Timosheni nígbà tá ń sọ̀rọ̀ supply farms and all of that. I was talking to Princess. What the business that one she poultry business launch she get into one and like in a very large scale. Okay, I will keep the name of our business for now. So I want to use more we pay and supply farm produce to different part of Yoruba land for a while. Now, you will not also use more pay. Can we only the we are big pay because of I first supply, I first farm when you need buy. I need the chicken, I need the bar, then I need the buy, shall help. So being the regularly, she can interact with people who deal in those things, including even if we need trailers of rice, trailers of grains, and all that stuff from all that stuff. So she's in that area. So all I did was that, take your time, okay? Now put together all the needed resources that you think we will need. Once you put them together, we will then back you. For now. So once they establish that for now, you see that part of growing food, sir, is so important.
Cassava àti àgbàdo, cassava àti àgbàdo ó dá. But tí òjò bá rọ̀ dédé, production máa wà low.
No.
Then it take a lot of months. Against minimum to the fig is 9 months.
It's 9.
Control harvest. Àgbàdo yẹn ti ẹ̀dá. So irrigation
6 months, 7 months.
Every 3 months, na mama harvest àgbàdo.
Oh yeah, okay. You see.
So but you about to see any farm to buy in Nigeria, they have plan pẹ̀lú drip irrigation. Abosiloso.
God help me bless you, sir. Let's put on record.
Please,
now,
it's a very good thing, but I don't want people to helpful to them continue
to emulate
to create
well.
employment. So if many people anybody to buy an idea, go submit numbers, go submit email, go cancel lórí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ṣe to máa fi even àwọn crops àti seed to máa produce dáadáa because èèyàn ò lè lo àwọn seed tó ń lò Nàìjíríà gbogbo ẹ̀ náà máa advice wa.
Good one.
Thank
you so much.
So sometimes another experience plan ni wípé a gbọ́dọ̀ plan ìgbà tá a máa produce sí tó bá jásìkò táwọn tó ń wá láti north tó ń kó tomato wá la ni a produce sí owó tá a fi tà ó máa low.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
So we can tó jẹ́ pé tó bá máa meet the market a fún wa ní money so that kò ní sí pé ó ti máa flood market ńgbà yẹn.
See.
So
I appreciate that. That's another one to can be factored into it when production starts proper. So I appreciate, sir. Nice one.
So months àwọn people yẹn tó títí wọ́n bá máa wà market tẹ́ bá produce ìgbà yẹn òye profit tẹ́ máa rí kò ní tó fáwọn èèyàn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ débi tó máa ní extra tí àwa fẹ́ donate fáwọn èèyàn tàbí fẹ́ create kìíní fún because àwọn èèyàn tó bá wà involved in the farm too. They can be getting something productive and sort of earning an income.
No, they have to.
Thankful. Yeah. So that is what I want to chip in. I want you to do something productive, something that will help. And from my own experience, that's what I can lend you because I'm going to create a job for you.
God bless you, sir.
And then within 3 months, one thing harvest. Capital about within 4 months. Want to reproduce, want to ta. Everybody has to work comfortable in wọlé. Even capital te outlay gan eti mari gbogbo ẹ padà owó tán fi gbé borehole, owó tán fi ra àwọn pipes, owó tán fi ra àwọn fertilizer, everything àti máa padà. You understand what I mean? And then you can use it again. The land can be used again. You put the fertilizer and everything. The pipes in there want to plant àwọn nǹkan míì. So drip irrigation farming, a better plan, more farm, very, very important. Only the type of farming that way you're changing. And then I want to see Toma produce a lot so that there will be a lot of profit for them working on the farm, a lot of profit to give away. So that the
we can still maintain our production
so you'll be able to do
having,
something productive.
Running shorts.
Yeah. I want to other ideas, lórí poultry farming, fish farming, and other kinds of farming. So just from the experience tó ti ṣe láti bí, they can also borrow us from their own experience so that we can set these people up.
Need the resource center at some point, a place where it's not just for learning, like like everyday learning. There are some special time that we can easily just say, oh, this is a special one. We're expecting so person to come and give us orientation or education on this particular. So indeed, it's going to be a big thing. That's why the Princess Solano, the only thing till finish or if we do what we want to do, it's going to be a big thing eventually.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So, create employment, or they create the profit.
And now,
so we can get some people,
we can replicate
to
same.
people. And then our people were turning not in economic produce food crops. Tomato, tomato we can produce it from Yoruba land, and they'll be making profit.
Yes.
So,
and they will even be happy they are doing it, because the way we would like it done is to make sure that, in fact, we are not just doing them. We are also going to be showing the rest of the world that we can do them. If we have better access, or if we're in charge of our own affair, we can even do better than this. But showing them means that there's a lot. For everyone anyway, everyone who is going to be part of us, at some point they will need to know that they are like our own ambassador, okay? Wherever they are, wherever they go, wherever they are involved in, they are representing us, and they cannot afford to fail in any means.
Okay.
So we will get to that
point.
So
let us know, let us have the website, let us have the email, so that people can be able to contribute resources.
Brilliant.
You know, because sometimes only just send the photograph, tomato farming and everything, our irrigation farming I can show you my own idea,
and
the way I've done it from here
and all that. Work on it. I love that. So thank you so much.
Okay, bless you. Thank you very much.
You too. You have a good evening. Okay. I like something about people MaiyegunsDiary Politico who believe that we have the capacity to do a lot of things, but sometimes, right, you will never know what you are capable of doing until you try. And in this case, you never know how high you can jump until you've tried. So we are jumping. We don't know how high, but we can promise you it's going to be very high enough to be seen. So we start like Taiwo said, we are thinking big. We are acting fast, and then we are starting small. Okay, so ideas are here. We'll mold them all together, and eventually to work for us. Okay, so if you are watching me from Nigeria, you're going to be part of us very soon. Okay. And that means you will be part of us who are going to volunteer to be part of many other things we are bringing on board once we start, unraveling them as well. And I am positive too that we are going to make a difference. Now, whatever this now does for us in the next 3 months, we can always come back and review it. When we review what we have done, it's going to be either we're going to be sort of patting ourselves on the back and say, well done. Or we're going to be asking ourselves to tight our belt tighter, so that there is more to be done. Okay. Whichever part we found ourselves at the time, I can tell you this, we will never falter. We will never indeed compromise what we believe in. Now, this is us like walking the talk. It doesn't matter if they believe in us or not. It doesn't matter if you are part of those who want to mock or laugh at us and the rest. But one thing is this, I keep saying that you are likely not going to be laughing for long, especially once the people begin to find their square roots or bearing, and they found it straight down to where it's not the path your criminal leaders have chosen or they have laid. And at that point, you will not be laughing. You won't be laughing. But for now, you can. And thank you so much to everyone who indeed joined me tonight again, okay? I'm going to call it a night, and I'm going to see you some other time. So if, like I said, once you finish watching this broadcast, take a moment to check your subscription. Your subscription on MaiyegunsDiary Politico YouTube. Check if your notification is still set on. If it is not, you can check and update that. Okay. For so many people who have told me that they no longer receive notification that Maiyegun is live, that is the only way you can check why. Okay. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'm going to see you some other time. So good night from here.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary na him be number one.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary na him be number one.
Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.
Maiyegun Diary na him be number one.
Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun Diary na him be number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun Diary na him be number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary na him be number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun Diary na him be number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary na him be number one.
Maiyegun Diary Politico.
Maiyegun Diary na him be number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Maiyegun Diary na him be number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Maiyegun Diary na him be number one.
Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary na him be number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n
ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì o. ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.